Alright, let's do this. Oh, sure. I haven't logged into Path Noah for the night.
Labyrinth of Galleria, the Moon Society.
We've been expecting you. Now then, I wish you a safe journey.
Dang it, there's not enough.
Let's start the hunt!
Ah, there it is.
To your positions! Trash in your cans! Chin up! Reach! I'll do my best.
Right there! You! Right there! Here to help. You're done for. Gathering mana. Take care. You can count on. You can
How give it.
I feel the power.
Damn, she's very defensive.
What amazing power!
That's what I'd call certain victory.
Release the Release! Serves you right! Serves you
I'll
right!
turn the vital hit. Vital hit.
Come on out!
How's this?
I did actually use enhance. God damn it.
I know. Here, right?
Oh shit!
I failed.
Walk too slow!
I missed.
Ow! This is how you do it! Ow! And now, activate! Come here!
I know. Here. What am I doing?
And now, are you
I'm fucking dead again.
Me. Now.
Why is there no info about this boss fight at all in the walkthrough? Let me look again. What? Lunch? Friday hanggang 6. I go home at 13 o'clock there.
Get to your stations!
What am I doing? What?
What's that? Threw them off! To your positions! Trash in your cans!
Huh? What?
Take me out!
Everywhere.
Trash.
Am I gonna die here? What? Meow.
Ah, there they are. Holy shit, 100,000 HP. Alright, so just physical attacks. Alright, let me do something about the brigade. I believe if I spread out my Magia maids. Nope, not with this pact. Damn it. Alright, one more try. I need to make sure she dies quickly. I can't let the fight last more than 3 turns.
I'll show you Donum!
Alright, don't screw up and actually use double attack this time. Oh, church is not going to have. Oh, 9.
That's what I'd call certain victory.
Are you okay?
Behind me, right?
Oh, right, she needs to be in the back as well. God damn it, I'm such an idiot. I'm getting so confused with all my characters.
With the power? Woo! I know. Here, right? Ha! Right there.
There! Oh, Mita!
You're done for. Vital.
Wide
Oh.
open! Eight!
Gourd.
After you.
Take care.
Alright, yeah, just keep stunning her so she can't summon anything.
With power? Woo!
How give it?
I feel the power. I know. Here, right? Let's go! You!
There you go. Jenkins as usual.
Annihilation complete. It's our victory.
Huh? The walkthrough said to do self-destruct.
This is the fruit of my labor. Praise invigorates me.
So is that her real body?
I'll keep getting better and better.
I'd call that a really dumb move if she's actually dead now.
All according to plan.
But if she is, that's her loss.
Oh, of course I have experience.
These are the fruits of my labor. Is the only way.
Unknown human bone, I'm pretty sure we know.
You're right.
Hey, she's got cool white hair now. Kinda like Lily. Lily. I mean from Ender Lilies.
Nachiru!
Such a shame. Obviously, I expected this would happen. I wrote the script, after all. I take all possibilities into consideration and select the most exciting of them all, as a phenomenal playwright should.
You mean, what she just fought was another one of your copies?
Of course it's another one of her copies, you idiot! If she can copy herself, there's nothing stopping her from just from just never sending herself and just having copies do all her work.
But of course, whether one faces mice or men, an enemy who doesn't fear death is one to be cautious around. Why would I fight as myself? I have a lot of fond memories with that one. It was my final copy. Well, once I gain the secret to self-replication, I'll make them endlessly. Which is why, Madam Oracle, you must die. Huh? What's this? Wait. This ring. It's supposed to provide magical support. No. It's Mirage's ring. Damn her!
What's going on? Is she gonna die? Cool.
Is that Mirage's curse? It was the same thing used on Go.
Yeah, Go turned into a donkey.
Don't take it personally.
Nice. Well, considering how small she is, depending on
A
how
spell
tall
that
we are,
responds to the
she
desire
could
to
still
kill me.
live. I think it
Mirage's
would have been
parting
better
gift,
to just...
How very like her.
I'm pretty sure Mirage... I'm pretty sure it was better to have just freaking caged up the rat. Well, according to her, that was her last copy. Let's hope she was telling the truth.
However, this means that all of the society's witches are gone.
Finally. Well,
And
except for
without
me,
it,
I guess.
I must put my faith in Nachiru and the Wandering Spirit.
Well, that was a thing. Got a new ability. Nullify miasma. Yikes. Huh. Yes, please, actually. Let's keep going. Alright, next boss isn't until the 90th floor. Or 96th. Same thing. What?
Lab, and the virus we were studying leaked.
It is unknown how exactly the T-virus outbreak began, but what can be determined is that its effects weren't immediate, like that of an avalanche, but rather a slow, unfolding development, like a deepening drought.
Around 5 a.m., Scott woke me up. And scared the shit out of me, too. He was wearing a protective suit. He handed me the other one and told me to put it on. Said there'd been an accident in the basement lab. I knew something
Why?
was going to happen. Those
Oh, because I'm
bastards in
using the
research never
train.
sleep. Even on a holiday. I've been wearing this damn
Commencing combat
spacesuit
against our
since-
adversaries.
Time to
My skin's
aim and
grimy
shoot.
and it feels itchy.
Should be able to just auto.
Goddamn dogs, they've been wearing lines. I decided to defeat him today.
After
Here I come.
I went to the infirmary. My back is all swollen and it feels itchy.
Alright, I have
They
to
put a big bandage on it.
change her vest.
I didn't even wear the suit. All I do is
Wide open. Hey, hit what?
Like any disease, the symptoms of the T-virus at first were mild, passed off as nothing more than a common cold. But for those who were aware of its effects, they knew what lay in
I'll be
store
of
for
even
them.
more use.
They
Natural
knew the
talent.
true nightmare that was to consume the mansion.
all of my colleagues who are infected are dead, dying. And the nature of this disease is such that those that still are living have lost their senses. This virus robs its victims of their humanity, forcing them in their sickness to seek out and destroy life. And as I write these words, I can hear them pressed against my door like mindless, hungry animals.
Few records survive detailing the transition from human being to the living dead. We can only glimpse what it must have been like when a haze of carnal hunger eclipsed one's conscious existence.
Found another big blister on my foot this morning. I ended up dragging my foot all the way to the dog's pen. They've been quiet all day, which is weird, and I realized that some of them had escaped. Maybe this was their way of getting back at me for not feeding them for 3 days. If anyone finds out, I'm gonna have my head handed to me. Rumors are going around that a researcher who tried to escape the estate last night was shot. My entire body feels hot, itchy, and I'm sweating all the time now. I scratched the swelling on my arm, and a piece of rotten flesh just chopped off.
Let's do this!
What the hell's happening to me? Fever gone, but itchy. Today, hungry.
I'll bring forth the bloody bloom!
Itchy. Scott came up in the face. So kill him. Tasty.
To your positions! Your trash and your can!
What am I doing?
Get it!
By the time you read this letter, I will no longer be the person who once knew. The results of my test came out today. As I suspected, it came out positive.
Fucking hell.
I know.
I feel
Here,
like
right?
I'm teetering on the edge of reason just thinking about my impending doom.
Done. Thanks for the hard work.
I would give anything not to have to become one of them.
Huh? Did I get
There is
stronger?
just
I
one
grew
more
again?
thing.
I'm catching up.
Here's my last request. I hope you never have to lay eyes on me in this state. But if you do happen to run into me in my hideous form, I beg you to put me out of my misery. I hope you understand.
All right. I'll take it. I can still go on.
As the outbreak spread, their fearsome experiments soon overran the mansion. The Cerberuses broke out of their cages, the Chimeras claimed control of the power station, and zombies inhabited nearly every room of the Spencer Mansion guardhouse. Survival became top priority, and proper disposal of the dead vital.
We have new information regarding those beings. They may appear to be dead, but in fact they are able to come back to life. However, there are ways to prevent them from becoming active again. Currently, there are 2 known methods to cease their resurrection. Incineration, destruction of the head. If further methods are discovered, they will be notified immediately. Meanwhile, to those of you who still have the will to live, oil has been placed on the first floor of the mansion. Take as much as you need, and you'll need something to light it with, which you'll need to find by yourself.
But as hope ran out, those who saw the inevitable took matters into their own hands.
I had to do it. We ran from those things, helping each other to survive. But Robert started to show symptoms. I had to do it. Those damn things are pure evil. There was no other way. He would have done the same if it were the other way around. After I put him out of his misery, I had to just put him in the bathroom. Now, I'm probably the last one. How could this happen? I'll never forgive myself for being part of this project. Eventually, I'll get what's coming to me, though. There's no way to escape from this nut house. It's just a matter of time now. Everything is set. All I need is a little courage to get it done. Knowing that I'll leave many things undone is regret beyond words. But this is better than just waiting to turn into one of them. Please understand, and at
Don't
least
lower
let
your guard.
me end my life as a person.
Time to aim and shoot.
Please forgive me.
He hung himself, ensuring that he went out on his own terms. And, just like most, he called out one last time to who he loved most,
We've
begged
won!
forgiveness. A sentiment pervasive in the final words of many trapped in the mansion.
Oh, this is nice.
My dearest Hope,
My dearest Ada,
let me first apologize for not being able to go. A man wearing sunglasses didn't permit photos. Sorry.
as far as I know, you are not infected.
I sincerely hope things do not reach such a desperate pass. But if it has turned out that you are now the last person remaining alive,
Let's
I
go!
want you to get the material from the visual data room.
I sit here trying to think of where to begin, how to explain in a few simple words all that has happened in my life since we last spoke.
That's what I'd call certain victories.
I hope this fight that you'll give the tangent.
Wide open! What?
This isn't easy.
Was that
for me.
Then, activate the self-destruct system in the power room and escape from here.
Your positions!
Please,
Try
do everything in your power to make this whole accident public. I hope you understand.
Almost I tried to survive.
What? Three messed up?
My efforts have all been
I'll do my best. Ha! Too slow.
The fuck happened to Riata?
Here to help.
Now she keeps dying. It's not worth bringing her out.
The thing that separates me
Now's our
from
chance
them.
to win.
My love for you. In an hour I will
Seems about
exit my
right.
eternal sleep. There is peace. Please understand. Please know that I am sorry. Mark Crackle.
Thank you, Ada. Yours truly, John.
For Umbrella, their response to the situation was calculated.
Thank you.
Not done yet.
We expect
I can still go
significant
on.
increase in the damage done by the recent T-virus outbreak than initially estimated. There are several concerns. First concern, more than half of the researchers have been infected by the T-virus and died. It has also been reported that almost all of the survivors of this accident are starting to show symptoms of the T-virus infection. Second concern, our secret security patrol team has also been completely eradicated. Therefore, our most secret research is in danger of public disclosure. Quick actions are demanded to prevent mass media coverage. Third concern, there is a high possibility that most of the specimens are running loose inside the compound. We expect many casualties to follow.
Though many of their top researchers and personnel were killed during the outbreak, and the security detail sent in to contain it completely wiped out, their facts puts on full display the callousness of Umbrella.
However, yet unfortunate, these casualties underscore the success of our research results. Actions must be taken to prevent our research results from being made public. We suspect the first initial intervention will come from the state police and STARS. We strongly recommend taking measures against them first.
Back to
So
D.
this is the rumored twin world, huh? It's my first time actually seeing it. Oh, didn't think I'd see another of my kind here. You're from the same tribe, aren't you?
Same tribe? You're of the Felmer family? Go, is that right?
Yeah, that's me. Guess it'd make sense for you to know me, since I'm pretty famous. But to be honest, I have no idea who you are.
What do you want from me?
Don't be so crabby. You got any family around?
Take whatever you want from here. Just leave me and my husband out of it.
I've seen this world fail its little updating trick a bunch of times now. Not too bad here, but I'm pretty sure the other side's still more stable. I'm sure you've noticed it yourself. I'll be off now.
Do whatever you want. I've chosen this world. It's mine.
As you wish. Apologies if this world gets destroyed. If it does, you jump ship. We may be members of the World Tree tribe, but when we can't lead, we're just regular humans.
truly is a sign that the update is failing. And based on the scale, a similar phenomenon must be happening on the other side as well. It doesn't seem like it's tipped too far yet. But if this world is destroyed, then
We're on the road now.
Right? Been a while.
I believe I told you to leave me alone. So, have you abandoned the other world for this one?
Don't act like you don't know why I'm here. You built one hell of a structure. That's what's knocking the balance all off kilter.
Bruh.
The scales have now tipped in this world's favor. Give up already.
The other world, Alstella, is far more advanced. I'm rather comfortable over there. And I've come under the patronage of its witches. You get what I'm saying, right?
Witches, you say?
That got a reaction out of you. You're one of them, aren't you? There aren't many of your kind, even in our tribe. In fact, I'm willing to bet.
Enough.
You're as boring as you look.
Surely you didn't come all this way to insult me. It doesn't speak to the competence of Alstella witches if they put their faith in a cad like you.
Talk all you want. I'm only doing you a favor as a fellow tribe member. Not like you'll be able to stay here anyway.
What?
I'm going to kill this world's oracle. Doing so will trigger the mechanisms of annihilation and destroy the place. If you try to get in my way, then you'll only meet your end here too. What do you think you're doing? Are you really trying to pick a fight with me?
No. I was considering asking you for a favor.
Right. What? Who are you again? Cecilia?
Yes, I've killed the Oracle. Shouldn't you be jumping ship? This place will be destroyed soon.
Oh, yes. That's right. Isn't it? Gotta hurry home. There are gals waiting and booze aplenty. What's this?
There's our confirmation.
Seems they did have him leashed the whole time. Are your mind and consciousness still intact? How cruel it is to become a donkey, yet retain your memories as a person. Here's a favor from a fellow tribe member. Forget that you were ever a person. Become a donkey and live as the ass you are. My, these witches are rather clever, cursing him if he tried to return before finishing his task. But this won't stop them. They'll return once they know he's failed. Very well. I'll go there myself and save them the trip.
I can't completely turn into a bird. Seems I truly have lost much of my power.
Oh, so that was her.
Where am I?
Ah, you're awake. You're lucky one of my soldiers found you. Oh, it's best you don't move right now. You've still got bullets inside you.
You're a witch from this world.
In the flesh. And you were in the form of a bird. I take it you're part of the legendary World Tree Tribe. I'll have to keep you restrained. This world is full of problems. People like you aren't allowed the usual freedoms. In fact, your kind are believed to be the reason our world split apart. But I've always wondered if that was truly the case.
I see. So that's why you had me shot. Well, care to make a deal with me? Because I'm unable to leap, I cannot allow this world to collapse. And even if I could make the leap back, why would I want to? What do I even have left in that world? Nothing but graves. That's right. The graves. They need me to protect them. I won't let the other world collapse. I must return at all costs. In order to do that, I must first retrieve all those curio made out of my soul fragments. Unless... So this is it. The place where Galleria stood. How nostalgic. So even without me, he still would have made it.
So that means Nachiru's part of the tribe. That's definitely certain now. What the fuck is the point of this door? That's why she was the only one who was able to travel to the other world. I won't fall, right? Wah! Top 10 words spoken before a calamity.
Special Tactics and Rescue Service, or STARS, was an elite special forces team within the Raccoon City Police Department. It was privately funded, staffed by ex-military, and tasked with handling anti-terrorism, urban crime, and other emergencies. This included the bizarre murders in the Arklay Mountains caused by the monsters venturing further away from the mansion, and attacking and eating unfortunate bystanders. Despite Umbrella's initial concern earlier of STAR's involvement, days before they went into the mountains to investigate, they had a change of heart.
X-Day is drawing upon us. Execute the following procedures within 1 week. Prompt actions are demanded. Lure stars to the estate and obtain BOW's raw combat data against stars. Collect 2 embryos of each mutated specimens as samples. Excluding the tyrant. Dispose of the tyrant. Ensure complete disposal of the Arklay laboratory, including all personnel and test animals. Disguise their deaths as an accident. When the above procedures are executed, report to headquarters for further instructions. If, for some reason, you are unable to execute the procedure by the deadline, report immediately. In case of emergency situations, report directly to the extension number 5691. Good luck. Umbrella Headquarters. Umbrella Incorporated.
This
The man
is the fruit of my
tasked to
labor.
oversee this operation
I
was
want
STAR's
to...
team leader,
Awesome.
Western.
I
Once a leading researcher for the T-virus
this.
experiment,
Of
he helped
course I
form
have experience.
STARS so as to keep a close watch on the police and make sure they never investigate Umbrella's activities too closely. Bravo team.
Got teeth.
led by Enrico Marini, went in first. But when communications died, Alpha Team followed.
Did I actually say it properly? Let me say it again.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we are searching for the helicopter of our compatriots, Bravo Team, who disappeared during the mission. No, not yet.
Look, Chris.
Bravo Team's helicopter was a derelict. Save for the remaining body of Kevin.
I'll show you down.
We continued our
Get to your
search for
stations.
members.
Should be fun to auto this.
Yeah, let's go. Ha, go, go. Ha, yeah, ha, ha, wide open. Yeah, yeah. Oopsie. What? Yeah.
Did I just see a mismatch? What?
I'll follow. Yeah, let's go. Go. Yeah. Oh, there. What? Yeah. Wide open. Whoa, we won.
These are the fruits of my labor.
This is unfair.
Lies in this battle.
Chris, this way.
I know. Here, right?
A great view.
They would experience the nightmare that was the Spencer Mansion.
Follow.
Jill Valentine, Chris Redfield, Barry
Cleaning's
Burton,
done.
and Rebecca Chambers
went well.
managed to survive the puzzles George and Trevor had
Huh?
designed.
Did I get stronger?
Reunite Lisa Trevor with her mother.
Oh shit.
Eliminate the BOWs. Foil Wesker's plans. And most importantly, recover the documentation needed to blow this story wide open. Unfortunately, the outbreak would not be limited to the Spencer Mansion. Building off the success of the
my bad.
T-virus
You need
experiments,
some
their
frontliner.
other laboratory, located directly underneath Raccoon City, would isolate a much deadlier version of the virus.
The prototype parasite which we had delivered from a laboratory in France was administered to the sample specimen. The sample
Where
specimen
is
took
she?
in the parasite without showing any signs of adverse reaction. The lack of any reaction was an unsolved mystery, but everything is clear to me now. The prototype parasite was incubating in the sample specimen's body for 21 years. Then, from that incubating state, the prototype suddenly mutated. Evolved may be a more appropriate word to describe it. This observation gave me more insight in my research. Through further modification and testing, I was able to derive a method to create the G that surpasses the performance of the T. This was the breakthrough that would change the future of the BOW's history. William Birkin.
Birkin's G virus would follow in the wake of its predecessor and wreak havoc on the quiet mountain town of Raccoon City. The Spencer Mansion
Cannons are
incident
still
was
an A+,
merely a
though.
taste of what was to come.
Maybe I should go for that.
Despite their best efforts, stars failed to bring to light the truth about what happened at the Spencer Mansion. Umbrella and their connections within Raccoon City suppressed any and all attempts to do so. Thus, the sleepy mountain town went on about its business, unaware that the outbreak within the Spencer Mansion was about to play itself out again. Only this time, it would consume the whole of Raccoon City. In the next chapter of Raccoon City's final days, our story continues at the Raccoon City Police Department, where corruption afforded Umbrella secrecy and security right underneath the very noses of the citizens they had sworn to protect.
Alright, last fight here.
Let's get started!
The Legend of Zelda games, right? You play as a little forest guy named Link and go on an adventure where you fight an evil dude, usually named Ganon, and you often team up with a magic princess named Zelda.
My video isn't rendering properly because my computer's RAM is being gunked up by
Other web browsers.
Google Chrome. Mr. Space
I'll do my
Man, you
best.
should have been using today's sponsor, Opera GX. Are you referring to browser features such as Games Control that let me control how many resources my browser is using for optimal performance without having to close all my tabs? Exactly. Look at how many tabs I've opened. Spaghetti, Bugatti, Stromboli, Paganini.
That sounds super awesome, but I'm also tired of the look of my regular
did I get
boring old
stronger?
browser.
Have you seen the GX mods?
Wait, are you talking about how in the GX store you can select all sorts of different themes and change things like the background music, keyboard sounds,
Yes, I have experience.
sounds, browser theming colors, wallpaper, which are simple to enable and disable on the mod sidebar? Pizza pasta! I get it. Those look amazing, but when I'm looking for a new web browser, what I really need is a browser for gamers. Have you seen it at GX Corner? Whoa, is this a spot that lets me stay up to date on the newest game releases, latest gaming news, and great deals all in one convenient place? Like 62% off on Risk of Rain 2, and completely free games like the survival management game Symmetry? Because if so,
Okie dokie. Let me, Oh, cool, look at this. I didn't know there was a button you could use for Legend. I don't really need them since all of the symbols make enough sense. Where the fuck am I supposed to go? That certainly is a door.
Let's go!
Not you. Oh god. I like how they spawned in rhythm with the song.
I'll let you off.
Wait, what? I guess I just need to get lucky. Fuck yeah.
I'll give it a try.
You can count on me. You can count on me.
They really are alt-universe counterparts. Alright, there's a wardrobe in the next fixed floor, so...
Don't lower your guard.
Alright, what about weaknesses? Do I need to know any? If not, then...
I'll do my best. You all right? Too slow. You okay? You know I'll use this now. How give? I've time to aim and shoot. Blood.
Holy moly.
Saw that coming. And now what? Come,
Blood. Everywhere. How odd.
Holy moly.
Don't underestimate a good formation. To the battlefield once more.
Bruh.
A great view.
Okie dokie, this is death for me.
I know. Here, right?
Am I gonna die here?
You can count on me. I know. Here, right? You're kidding. I can't move.
Huh. 50% is bad. Alright, so let's try this. You're the one who disappeared, right? That was Paris. Oh, cool. She can still wear shoes. I want the pack filled with cannons. I wonder if that's possible. I only have 2 of them. You know what? I'm gonna try making new characters. Firstly, though, I also want to try this. First normal universe Jengus. There she is. You're going to become an Uber driver. Sure, I've never used this face type before, so why not? Oh, I can change.
Yeah! Yeah! Ha! Ha! I can do it all on my own.
Sure. Sure. She gets to keep all of her previous skills, right?
Can't wait to get to know you.
Uses up a puppet part, which really doesn't matter. You know, I should probably pay attention to the skills again. I'll go do that later. Ooh. Yeah, who cares? You know what? Instead of making new characters, where's the rapid? Maybe I'll go have you guys be reincarnated instead. They're more suitable. You know what, let's just make this cat random. She's just someone that showed up and decided she's staying with us. I've decided that's her character. She's double flat. I don't think that's a good idea.
Adventure, yeah?
What?
Too much work.
The cat talks. That's close to the originals.
Woman? Man? I'm meow 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 meow. Mmm, this savory flavor is so delicious.
Sure, let's just the EX. She's got a gun now. Watch out.
A pleasure.
Ah, well, I'm sure I'll find time to put her in one of these days.
Level up. Meow. Level up. Meow. Level
Goes.
up. Meow.
I'm gonna go watch a video.
Cause if so, that's dope. But switching browsers is such a pain. All of my most visited sites, which I will not be showing, are all bookmarked on my old browser. Quick import. Oh snap! I can easily transfer my old settings like bookmarks and cookies to Opera GX. That's incredible! This sounds incredible to you too. Download Opera GX for free using the link in the description below. And thanks again to Opera GX for sponsoring today's video. We gotta take a quick detour before we get started. I remember playing Super Mario Galaxy 1 on the Wii in like 2008, and I was like, dang, this is a really good game. It's got Mario, a wide variety of levels, great music, Rosalina, a big empty observatory. It's cool. Then 2 years later, 2010, Mario Galaxy 2 came out, and holy shit, this is a good game. It's got better levels, Yoshi, better music, Yoshi, a better, denser hub world where you collect other peoples like a Christopher Columbus. Wait, what the fuck? Yoshi, the Throw It Back Galaxy, Yoshi. You remember the first game that was, and still is, awesome? Well, this sequel makes that first game look like Donkey Kong doo-doo by comparison. Fast forward to 2011, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword on the Wii came out, and look, it's not a complete piece of garbage. There are some good things going for it. It's like 1/3 good game, 2/3, what the fuck is this stupid-ass tedious repetitive bullshit?
Leave me alone!
It's not the worst game I've ever played, but it was the first time I was truly disappointed by a video game. This was when I was in college, and my
I'll settle for 30 for now.
Skyrim at the same time, and he'd be all like, man, Skyrim is so cool with so much to do. Oh, but how's your little Zelda game going? And I'd be like, I barely did anything. There's a lot of
she's just eating meat.
especially because the Switch version allegedly improved a lot of stuff. And you look at review scores from the time, they look pretty good. But watch the actual review.
The story always remains the same, with few side quests to flesh out the universe. It can sometimes feel like going through motions. A champion of stating the obvious, she's not particularly helpful. For as advanced as the level design is, there are other elements in need of an overhaul. Skyward Sword stumbles out of the blocks with some of the game's most uninteresting and confusing dungeon design. All frivolity has been purged, taking some of the charm along with it. Skyward Sword can feel a little creepy when it comes to long distance traversal. You're given dousing abilities. It's boring, too big, and a much bigger part of the gameplay than it should be. When compared to prior Zelda games, the overall variety is lacking. And sport is one moment, and garish the next. The environments are barren, and the lone town has less than 20 citizens. It looks like an old game. While the heart is a total bust from a gameplay perspective, it's easily the most cinematic game in the series, yet it's still behind the curve. Minus a couple ear stabbers, it's great stuff. Voice acting is absent once again in favor of gibberish grunts and giggles. It's only made worse by some of the flappy jaw animations. It's Zelda's 25th anniversary, and Skyward Sword represents its first gray hairs. Damn, you fucking hate this shit.
What do you think?
What the fuck? It is a little something for everyone.
Even the makers of Zelda knew that the 3D Zelda formula after 5 games maybe it was getting a little stale. So what did they do for the next game? They made it more like Skyrim. I never made any sort of review on Breath of the Wild since I didn't have much of a YouTube channel back then, but I absolutely loved it. It was a vast departure from the tired 3D Zelda formula, but still captured the spirit of adventure at the heart of the series. It's not a perfect game because there is no perfect game, except maybe you, but it is a certified masterpiece, and we all agree. I played it right at launch 6 years ago on the Switch, all the way through. Did all 120 shrines, nope, 132 shrines with the Champions Ballad DLC. I did not buy all the Korok seeds because you are not supposed to do that. And since playing that first year, I haven't touched it since, nor have I wanted to. I was full, like after a Thanksgiving dinner. And a lot of the fun for me was experiencing the landscape and locales of this new open world Hyrule for the first time. So what happened 6 years later in the game's direct sequel, The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom? The start of the game. For reference, Breath of the Wild has the perfect start to a video game. The Great Plateau is an extremely effective microcosm of the full game, introducing a new generation of players to Zelda, while simultaneously rewiring the brains of long-time Zelda fans to this new style and all its new mechanics. You finish the first shrine, then the game is like, I figure it out, but secretly guides you through clever placement of its mechanics and non-intrusive tutorials. But if you wanted more direct instruction, you could get that by talking to Ronald Reagan over here. Look, I don't want to get too into this. Some guy who's incredibly smart and cool and funny already made an award-winning video about it, but this is how you start a video game. By contrast, look, I don't want to get too into this. Some guy who's incredibly smart and cool and funny already made an award-winning video about it, but this is how you start a video game. By contrast, Tears of the Kingdom cold opens with a much slower start. Breath of the Wild, you wake up naked and you go. Tears of the Kingdom, we're walking. I'll say it since everyone else is scared to. This tunnel section kinda sucks ass. This is not how you start a video game, especially when it's the same scene we have seen in multiple trailers for the past 4 years. Come on! It's paced like one of those boring trailing missions in an Ash Creek game where you walk very slowly for a really long time while Zelda spouts exposition. I've always been a huge proponent of gameplay over cutscene, interactive over passive when it comes to video games, and it does have a nice payoff at the very end of the game I won't spoil, but in this one specific instance, maybe this whole section would have been better as a quick cutscene. But the advantage of it being gameplay is we get to see this ain't just any old Link, this is Champion Link at the events of the previous game. Pile driver of the Calamity, put some respect on his name. Look at all them hearts, already got the Master Sword, probably returned to his lore accurate strength level, and I'm about to get Metroided, aren't I? God damn it, Link is like to bring a fucking shield! And then the game starts for real, and it's kinda familiar to the last game. Guys, as long as we have the Master Sword, we're fine. Alright, not gonna need that. The Great Plateau of Breath of the Wild was very much figure it out, dumbasses. All the mechanics are gameplayily intuitive, and by that I mean you can play the game and gradually figure everything out. Many of its systems match up with real-life nature. However, Tears of the Kingdom is more, there is shit we need to teach you or else you will be lost. You can skip and sequence break to an extent, but there definitely is more of an intended order to everything on the Sky Islands. Go into this cave, here's what the Bright Bloom Seeds do, here's what Zonite does, follow these minecart rails. Just by nature of it being islands instead of a landmass, your initial freedom is much more limited. So instead you play through The Legend of Zelda: Fairy Awakening, where you gain abilities from 4 shrines while the Ghost of the King teaches you the mechanics. Does this sound familiar? Also, I forgot how shiny these games are, especially in the sky during daytime. I'm playing this game with a visor on, I still can't see a goddamn thing up here. But while the beginning of the game sets the tone and player expectations, and I did not enjoy the opening section nearly as much as the Great Plateau, you can speed through this this tutorial section in a couple hours. It's not a big deal. You know, had it been me, I would have cold opened with Link waking up with a new arm and broken Master Sword. Then flash back to the tunnel cutscene after finishing the Sky Islands to get that earned exposition moment. Then the game is like, alright, you did it, you're done, go to Hyrule. And at the time I thought I'd missed the paraglider, but my whole stream chat was like, jump, jump, jump.
I think you should jump.
Diving down to the surface for the first time, seeing the broad scope of the game world, Hyrule and all its excellence, all these places you'll go to and explore. The music, the piano's all like, the woodwinds fluttering about like, and then the blast comes in like, you see this? Now this is how I make a fucking video game. The real game begins, for real this time. I've played every Zelda game except for the ones I have not played, and I'm here to tell you that this is the best Zelda game. I think people were expecting this game to be the Majora's Mask to Breath of the Wild's Ocarina of Time, especially after the dark initial reveal trailer with the distorted vocals, and it's somewhere between that and a really good ROM hack of Ocarina Master Quest, and this metaphor was falling apart. But after years of waiting and not even knowing the game's title and finally playing the game, dang, they weren't kidding. They really could. Sequel to Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. We're traveling across Hyrule. Again, you're visiting map towers. Again, you're doing shrines. Again, you're finding Koroks. Again, you're finding memories. Again, if you didn't jive with Butwa, you're probably not going to jive with Totka. If you're not a fan of bargain blowjobs, you're probably not going to enjoy the Turbo Twister Snake Eater Gluck Gluck 4000. Is more of one of the most critically acclaimed games in human history, along with a dump truck fleet of brand new mechanics and discoveries backing that ass up, along with an Appalachian avalanche of advancements and improvements, elevating the return to mechanics of the previous highly experimental game, necessarily a bad thing? No, I don't think so. I think it's a great thing, actually. Would I prefer to be exploring a brand new world instead of the same Hyrule from the last game? Yes, of course. But the rare thing that could be done with sequels is exploring the same world and seeing how things have changed. Like with a Kanto Pokemon game, then retraveling Kanto in a Johto Pokemon game that takes place a few years later. Or like Pokemon Black 1 and Pokemon Black 2. Or even like Zelda Ocarina's Child World and Adult World. The entire area has been remixed. It's like seeing an old friend again. You grew up seeing each other every day at school. Now 6 years later, you're catching up on a vacation together, only hitting the highlights. They got a sick new tattoo. They've gotten into DIY. They go to very special conventions now. Good for them. Their wife redecorated their home and threw out all their stuff. Holy shit, you have a kid now? The general layout of the main quest is similar to Breath of the Wild, similar to Majora's Mask, where you go to the 4 regions of Hyrule that are fucked up, and you unfuck it by clearing a dungeon. Yunobo is a pimp and the Gorons are addicted to crack. Why did this plan work so well? Given that a lot of my fun at Breath of the Wild was exploring Hyrule for the first time and seeing all these locations, how can they possibly recreate that magic while exploring the same world as the last game? By making a sandwich. They added a whole top layer of sky islands, and by layer I mean like a handful of islands, and an entire bottom layer of the map beneath the surface. That's the depths, full of gloom, which takes your hearts away if you roll around in it too much or get waxed too many times. I like this mechanic. It reminds me of old school dungeon crawling, where you want to see how far you can dive into mystery and collect rewards without running out of resources. You walk around in complete darkness until you find a light route, which is always directly underneath a surface shrine. And it's the shrine name backwards. This took me an embarrassingly long time to figure out. But the good news is that you can use the shrines to find the light routes and vice versa. Its aesthetic reminds me of the Upside Down from Stranger Things. And it's a cool way to do the whole light world, dark world parallel like in some previous Zelda games. Although I wish there was a little bit more variety in the depths. Come visit Hyrule. We have it all. North Carolina, West Virginia, Texas, Florida, California, Ohio, Waffle House. The map sandwich that they made was also a Swiss cheese sandwich because there are a ton of caves in Hyrule now. Some caves are long, some are pretty short. And let me tell you, I did not enjoy finding the entrances to some of these caves. I turned the shrine sensor off because I did not want to hear the whole game. But later in the game, I turned it back on, follow the sensor, only to revive and learn you have arrived at the shrine that is directly below you in a cave a mile away. Cool, thank you, shrine sensor. Is this thing powered by fucking Blaze? Arrive at a Sheikah Tower. Nope. Skyview Tower. Ready to activate it. But the entrance is blocked or doesn't work. These towers are very poorly built, by the way. No construction standards. And you need to find a cave nearby and ascend into it. Okay, seems easy enough, but I don't know if it's a skill issue or my eyeball issue or the lighting on my TV issue, but it would take me like an hour to find the entrance to some of these caves. I'd even walk right by it multiple times and still be lost. Ah, but Mr. Spaceman, the blue peas run towards the caves. They ain't there all the time. Ah, but you can go to the cherry blossom tree and Satoru Iwata will tell you where the local caves are. Alright, well let me ask you this. Where is the cherry tree? I'm in the tundra. Anyways, while you perform some of the same general tasks as Breath of the Wild, there's much better context for your actions here. For example, first game, you unlock each Great Fairy by dumping a bankload of rupees. Sure, play the game, explore and find stuff, sell it for rupees, get your reward. Second game, you instead do this multi-part side quest where you help Victoria and Wario recruit musicians and build different machines to transport them to the Great Fairy. A much more memorable experience than
insert cash or select payment type.
I do understand people's criticisms about the lack of musical themes, especially when a lot of the music is the exact same song as Breath of the Wild. I'm glad there's no true overworld theme, because it would get repetitive, but you'd think in the sequel they would layer a new instrument on top or add a B section, but no, there's the sad version that plays when you arrive, then after you unfuck the place, it's the happy version from Breath of the Wild again. There's awesome saxophone in the trailer, but only subtle saxophone in the actual game? What have you done with Kenny G? Instead, most of the soundtrack once again takes the more minimalist approach, with environmental noises and short little musical cues that help set the scene. The ground has piano, the depths have and the sky has woodwinds. It matches the peaceful sky gameplay, it's relaxing. This ain't fucking Xenoblade, alright? The game shuts the hell up sometimes, and it's nice. Not that you need external stimulants to fully engage your brain while playing, but this is a good listen to an audiobook or podcast while playing type of game. I personally caught up on episodes of Some More News. Those guys are funny. What do you do in the game? All the old new mechanics introduced in Breath of the Wild that are reminiscent of survival games return. The game again features open world exploration. Unlike many open worlds that are big and empty, in Breath and Tears you can spin around 360 degrees anywhere on the map and see multiple points of interest, and the anticipation builds as you approach. You can climb anything. You navigate with a tablet, stamina wheel for sprinting and climbing, full-time arrows while midair, dedicated jump button with different temperature effects, sound meter for sneaking around, foraging for flora and fauna, cooking meals for special buffs, different outfits with different abilities. This is by far the sluttiest Link yet, and I'm here for it. Waste more snatch than a weave inside of a purse in West Hollywood. And are those tassels? You gather all sorts of different weapons, there are different melee weapon types, weapons still break, and you gotta pick up more. I did not mind weapon durability in Breath of the Wild, and I don't mind it here. And you wanna know why? Because I'm not a fucking baby, alright? I'm done having this discussion. If you're still acting upset about this 6 years later, you're acting like a fucking baby and you need to grow up. Where? My weapon broke. Look around you. Look at the floor. You just got 3 more. Where? I don't want to use my cool flamethrower because it's gonna break. The game scales. You kill more enemies, the enemy gets cool weapons, you get a cool new weapon. Maybe you use your more disposable weapons for simple battles and use your best weapons for harder ones. God forbid the game had mechanics that the player has to account for while playing. Even though you are playing as Champion Link, one podium he will not be on is the 100-meter dash, because I forgot how turtle slow this Link is. Granted, the most recent Zelda game I replayed before this one was Wind Waker, where you can spin dash around each board, but this open world Link did not eat his Wheaties. Speed boost speed should maybe be the default speed, but you cannot combine speed food buffs with other food buffs because the developers of this game will not see heaven, so you're just slow. Tears does treat the player as if they're familiar with Breath, which I'm willing to bet is most of the player base, so the tutorial breezes through most of the returning stuff, or makes it completely optional by talking to the Roomba robots. It'd be interesting to hear from players who skip Breath and started with Tears if learning all the old stuff plus all the new stuff was overwhelming, or if it was paced out well. New stuff. The Sheikah Slate and its 4 main abilities are gone, replaced by the legally distinct Purapad, which does sound like a Kakariko tampon brand, but this is why I was talking about Mario
Battle Galaxy 1 and 2, because while the Sheikah Slate X-Men powers were cool, the new abilities make those old ones look quaint by comparison. What the hell even was Cryonis? Like, be for real right now. Ultra Hand. This is your bread and butter ability that replaces Magnesis, in the same way that David Tennant replaced Dark Elf Man on Doctor Who. Oh, you can move specific metal objects? Oh, that's really cute, Magneto. Mega Hand moves everything, and it can meld anything to anything. I remember seeing the gameplay demo, and for the first time in decades, my left brain and my right brain finally talked to each other to think of all the different things I can build. Alright, let's put my engineering degree to work. Check this out. I made a little car. Then I went online and saw these people making actual Gundams. So back to the workbench and made a bigger car and a beach cruiser. A fun little plane. I thought it was pretty cool. You got Rewind, nope, Recall to replace Stasis. It lets you rewind time on a single object, then stop it mid-movement wherever you want. There's a little pause before it activates too, so you can easily hop on whatever you're rewinding. This helps a lot with flying machine takeoff. The range on this is ridiculous, probably for all the times when you mess up JO Crystal Delivery Shrines, which never happened to me, why do you ask? Ascend lets you no-clip through any surface above you within range. This works anywhere and on anything. You can even ascend out of the depths and onto the surface. Rewind and Ascend are two of the most broken abilities in gaming history. Luckily, this is balanced by the fact that you will forget you have them all the time. If you get stuck on a puzzle, chances are you need to rewind or ascend. Fuse. You can duct tape any item onto a weapon or onto an arrowhead, giving it an attack boost, and many objects have special abilities. You do not need to randomly find a fire sword or fire arrows in this game. You simply make them yourself whenever you want by exploring and fusing. Then venture out and serve up some piping hot ass whoopings. Remember Cryonis? No? Well, you can just do that with a fused ice weapon. Also, you will never need to do that. And this brings me to the combat. Booty of the Wild gave you a million different ways to approach enemy encounters, and Thoughts of the Kingdom expands that to give you a million squared ways, a quad million ways. All the repeat items and new items you can fuse to your weapons with so many special abilities. You got puff shrooms to make a smoke screen and then sneak strike everyone like a Batman. You can use a Muddle Bud to cast Berserk on enemies to make them all fight each other for you. The bomb rune is gone, thank you for your service, but now there are bomb flowers, which you can make bomb arrows like in this game and blow up everyone from a distance like you're the Sparky Fool Man from that one episode of Avatar. You can fuse a weapon to a weapon to make a longer, stronger weapon. It clips through the floor, who gives a shit? Fusing also gives the weapon durability a little boosty, so maybe now all those whining durability babies will shut the fuck up. The fusion system and special properties also improves the game's resource economy. Wild Booty. Fight enemies, you lose current weapons, gain replacements. Often, you won't have space for all the new weapons. What do you earn from enemies? Monster parts that you can cook elixirs with? Sell for money? Not super compelling. So players would often just skip battles if they were worried about using up their best weapons. Tier Kings. All the old stuff is still there, but on top of that, you can fuse new weapons to existing ones, earn monster parts to enhance weapons. You're much more likely to do the combats because you want the materials to do cool stuff. Last game, keys are annoying and useless and stupid. New game, I'm actively looking for more keys to organ harvest because their body parts are so useful for arrow fusing. Every weapon you find is now viable, even weak ones, because you can attach the horn of the monster you just beat to a shitty club to make a good club. I've heard a few people say that the combat in this game is boring? What? I will say that compared to games like Monster Hunter and FromSoft games, the combat is simpler, since this game has a more general target audience than those ones, but I wouldn't call it boring. Simple does not mean boring. Those are two different axes on the chart. Mario Kart is simple compared to other driving games, but I wouldn't call it boring, unless you're as good as me, who has zero chance of losing. While it would be pretty sick and nasty if we had access to some of those anime finisher moves like Age of Calamity had, I still wouldn't say that it's boring. There are those excellent videos you can see of hyper elite players role-playing as lore accurate Link, but I don't think a game's features should be judged by what the top 3.4% of players can achieve, but instead by what the average skill level player can do. And the average skill level player has easy access to all of these different options. Melee attacks with different attack patterns for different weapons, shield parry, perfect dodges, long-range keys battles, the sniping from a grassy knoll, sneak attacks like Metal Gear Solid,
but didn't run
I mean, I
like The
could
Simpsons.
still increase
But
them,
then
but like,
goddamn
there's only so
JRPG
much
stats
that
conditions
can be
like
transferred
Burn, Freeze,
over by
Paralysis,
the
Blind,
packs
Dazed,
anyhow,
and
and
you can build various Zonai mecha to
the
gun
stats
them
aren't
down.
the main
To
thing
be
I
fair,
want
some
anymore
of the
at
most
this
fun I
point.
had with this game's combat was near the start, running around high-level areas with only 4 hearts. In the mid and late game, you quickly become so powerful and can cook so many meals that you basically have no chance of dying as long as you're